in truth, my middle school drama teacher gave this to me for this show, and yes, I begged her for it, and I will tell you guys, you know, based on what I'm wearing, you can probably assume that I was very obviously born and raised in Harlem, right? I know I have kind of a Nebraska vibe, but I was born and raised in Harlem. Any Harlem people in here? Great. Wow, we're connecting already. Yes, I was born and raised in Harlem in a small, rent-controlled apartment in Harlem right next to a McDonald's. Woo! Thank you. Yes, and I still live there with my parents because I'm confident. What can I tell you? Yes, and my parents are very old. They're very old. My father is 80, and my mom is 70, and they still have sex. Yeah. This guy's way too into it. I know, because I hear it. It's a small apartment. Isn't it great that the elderly are making love? Isn't that beautiful that they're touching each other? I want you to picture it. Yeah! There we go. Now, but it makes me nervous though, because it's like when I hear them moan, you know, I don't know if they're coming or going. You know what I mean? Careful, Dad! My parents are very liberal. And by that I mean they have no money. You know? Dad said to me, he's like, well, Maggie, what do you want from me? Do you want me to be one of those asshole dads that hangs out in the Hamptons and doesn't pay attention to you? I'm like, no, that's not what I want. He's like, that's right. I'm always in Harlem, here, for you. I'm like, I know, because you don't have a job. So when you tell people you're from New York City, they're like, wow, you know. But when you're a kid growing up in New York City, you don't realize that you are in New York City. You have no concept that the political and cultural events happening around you matter at all. For instance, 9/11. Hear me out. Got a little tense there. I was living uptown in Harlem. As you know, 9/11 downtown. I was living uptown, and I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what it meant. Plus, the next day, my cat died. So I'm way more like 9/12. Never forget. My mom was always more hardworking than my dad, you know. And to this day, she's always like, Maggie, what are you doing with your life? I'm like, Mom, I do so much. I'm getting insecure about my life, though, in comparison to my college friends, right? And recently I did a show in a coffee shop in Harlem, really fun, and after the show I see this girl in the audience from my college. Immediately, I was like, Rosa, are you a fan? I was like, Rosa, you didn't have to come out to this coffee shop to support my career. And she was like, actually, Maggie, I own this place. I was like, oh, wow. You're a business owner. Oh my God, congratulations. Well, Rosa, I actually just got an air conditioner. It's kind of a tie, bitch, you know? So, you know, being an impoverished comedian can be tough. And I would love to tell you more about how tough it is for me via song. Now, please sing along. When you're a comedian, your family asks you a lot of questions every day. Like, do you have any direction? Do you make any money? Does any of this comedy stuff ever pay? And you're gonna wanna cry. You're gonna feel like you wanna die. You're gonna ask why. Did I ever go down this comedy path? But I don't get through, because all I have to do to get through is lie. I lie to them again, they pay me for improv. I'm lying, continue to impress them, I know Conan O'Brien. I lie to them. Being card to your seamless account. You won't want to cry. You won't want to feel like you want to die. You'll still ask why did I ever go down this comedy path? Oh my god, it's seriously so rough. I must be a masochist. I'm in therapy twice a week. My emotions are really intense, but until comedy gets good, and I know that it could. Everybody, I'll lie. Oh yeah, I'll lie. Keep on lying. Continue to impress them. So you might be surprised to know that despite me living with my parents, right, I did move out about 3 years ago to an apartment with roommates. Woo! Right here in Astoria. Yes. Wow. I didn't see that coming. Wow. Now, my roommate and I, we grew to hate each other. Yeah, I really hated her. And she really hated me too, man. Grew to hate her so deeply that I just had to write a song about it. I wake up in the morning and you wanna talk to me, shut up. Try to be a whore and you wanna silently judge me, you're just jealous. When I'm wounded, I lied to you. I said I was quiet and low-key. I really need to find you a quirky husband soon, 'cause you're making me irate. You're just the worst roommate. When you talk, I wanna scream out loud. Please move out. You can call it hate. You're just the worst roommate. When you breathe, I wanna cry on my knees and then die. Oh, and why? Every time I come in the door, yeah, you're always home. Get alive! When you wanna talk super loud to your mom on the phone. We get it, you miss Florida. When you do that shit in your room, I really gotta find you a quirky husband soon. I eventually moved out because she asked me to. Not gonna lie, I had my flaws too. That was back in June. It made me so mad, 'cause I had to move back with mom and dad. Oh, and oh, thank you. Linda lives in the neighborhood. I really hope she's not here tonight. And if you are, I'm sorry. Maybe it's clear by everything you've seen so far, but I do a lot of drugs. Maybe that's obvious. I smoke a lot of weed. I want to be better at being a stoner, you know? Like, I want to be a more productive stoner. You know, like these people who smoke blunts and write books. No, it's like, I'm way more into watching Hey Arnold and touching myself. I don't know what it is. When I'm high, they just go together. So much so that, yes, I wrote a song about it. You guys like Hey Arnold? You guys hell yeah, it's so good. Like, real too good. Okay. I'm high in a lazy mood. Don't talk to me, I'm covered in food. Watching Harold, my favorite show, I'm embarrassed to admit that there are cookies on my chest and my hand is on my plate. It's erotic, I gotta tell you, when I'm high, I wanna eat out hamburgers. so hot and wise. Ernie and Mr. Wayne could get it when you're high. Don't get me started on Olga, she's such a babe, even though she's a bitch. My right hand's getting tired, I think I gotta switch. Let me be clear, it's not active masturbation. It's just a really sad, coincidental situation. I know I can't fuck fourth grade cartoons, it's not that I need. I really gotta stop. Oh, I really gotta stop. I really gotta stop smoking weed. Thank you. That was so vulnerable for me. Thanks for your support. So I hatched a plan this year. I was like, okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna smoke weed every night, which I already do. But this time, as I'm high, I'm gonna go on the voice memo section on the iPhone, you know, right? Hit record, just start talking. Right? See what I come up with, right? Could be genius, you know? So the next day, I wake up, I don't remember doing this because I was high as fuck, but I discover a 15-minute long voice memo entitled, I am high. I press play, it starts off really promising with me being like, hey you, I got a really good idea. And then 14 minutes of silence. It did not go well. Yeah, so then I think to myself, okay, am I a bad role model? You know, like, am I a bad feminist? I think about these things. I do think I am a lousy feminist because I care way more about getting attention from dudes than I do about my entire career. Like when I want a guy and I reach out and he doesn't get back to me, I'm like, I should kill myself today. But if I want a job and I reach out and they don't get back to me, I'm like, whatever happens, happens. Where's Dan? You know? It's hurtful. I think I act this way because I am lonely. I don't have a boyfriend at the moment, but sometimes when I'm home alone, I like to pretend that I have a boyfriend. And the way I do that is I like to steal from my own wallet. Yeah. Sometimes I like to masturbate beforehand to feel like I really earned it. I have anxiety. The guy that I'm like casually seeing right now also has anxiety. It's so hot. I mean, it's not really great for our sex life, you know? Because we can never be like relaxed enough to do anything cool, like come at the same time. But this one time we did have a panic attack at the same time. We were heart racing, you know, we were breathing heavily. I was like, this is almost sex! Oh my, no. Oh God, but I'm trying to teach myself to have a fuck buddy, you know? So for those of you who don't know, like, a fuck buddy is someone you have sex with who you're not in love with, which I can handle because I'm strong. Like, emotional distance is crucial for the fuck buddy relationship, right? It's just sex, that is it. But sometimes I do feel like my fuck buddy's, like, trying to get to know me, you know? He's always, like, asking me questions about my life. You know, he'll be like, hey, who is your drug dealer? I'm like, whoa, buddy, stop falling in love with me, okay? I did have a threesome once. Has any guy here had a threesome with two ladies? That sounded about right. So I had a threesome once with my ex-boyfriend and another woman because I do charity. I'm not afraid to give back. But I do think that this threesome was the crowning achievement of my ex-boyfriend's life. Because right afterwards, he picked up the phone, called up his best friend, and he was like, dude, I finally did it. His friend was like, you got a job? I'm just a stand-up comedian, you guys. I'm also a poet. Thank you. But I only use my poetry to communicate on online dating apps. So if a guy reaches out to me on a dating app and is like, hey Maggie, do you want to come over and fuck? It's a classic opener. I respond with a haiku. I'm like, do I want to fuck? No. 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 No, no. No, no, no. No, no. No, no. You know what? All right. Yeah, so I get pretty insecure about dating. I think we all do, you know. It's like, are we going to find someone? You don't know. And I think I probably will one day, but right now, sometimes in the night, you know, I spiral. Will I come time? And I just had to write, you know, a song about it. Takes me straight to my parents' house. I just hope I'm not a superstar. I really want to be a wife. I don't want to be a whore. I at least want to get divorced. I really want to be a wife. Everybody, surrounded by but watch out, gentlemen, okay, because I got depression. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But it's okay, you know, I'm only depressed when I'm alone or with other people. And watch out, boys, you know, because I'll become obsessed with you. Every time, man. Here's how I know that I've been obsessed with men for decades. I have kept journals since the age of 7. Okay, and they're just sagas about different men. And weirdly, oh my god, I have my 5th grade journal with me here tonight. This is so nice! Oh my god! How did this happen? Here it is. I know, it's real. This is real. This is really my journal. Okay, so just for some, I want to read a couple excerpts to you guys. For some context, I was in love with this boy named JP, which was short for Jean-Pierre. And he was like moved away to a new school. In 1st grade, we were in class together, and then in 2nd grade, he moved away, and I was devastated. And there were a few other boys in the mix, Mark, you'll see. Anyway, so I just want to read a couple, okay, entries. This is 5th grade. Okay, May 18th, 2002. Diary. I love JP so much. I wrote his name in a heart on my leg in permanent black marker. My friends think I'm obsessed. To be honest, they're right. Tuesday. Oh, and by the way, on every NC, I would draw like breasts on every member of NC. I don't know what that was about. Every time. What's wrong with me? July 23rd, 2002. Diary. I'm having this little feeling that I might like Mark. On Sunday, I wanted to see him really badly. I don't know why. I guess as a friend, I wanted to see him. But maybe it's more than that. I don't want it to be. I mean, I have other men in my life. Number 1, JP. P.S. I had another sexy dream about him last night. Number 2, Patrick, aka Mailbox. That was his code name. In case you were in school, look, Mailbox is here, you know. Okay, number 3, Evan, that kid from camp. I had one dream about him so far. 4, Connor, my dad's friend's son. But, Diary, JP is like my love. I have all these thoughts and dreams about him. I'm totally obsessed. Okay. If I see JP, I get totally bent out of shape. And I could never, ever tell him that I liked him. You know, probably at his new school, all the girls have the hots for him. If I saw him walk home with some girl who wasn't me, I'd be so jealous I'd cry. And even though I don't like Mark, I'd most likely feel the same way if he did that. Not as extreme, you know? And Patrick, Mailbox. I like him too. Okay, Evan, the guy from camp. Well, I had a dream about him last night. Now, forgive me for this next line. In the dream, he spoke Hebrew. And then I seriously write, Diary, Hebrew boys are much hotter than Catholics. It's so true. I'm so sorry about that. Oh my god. The problem is he's like 2 inches shorter than me. Like 30 pounds lighter. If I went out with him, it'd be weird. But in my dream last night, he took me out in a tux to this totally fancy restaurant. And we kissed 3 times. More later, Maggie. More breasts. Okay. Diary, July 24, 2002. The next day, okay. You know, while I was practicing the piano, I started thinking about JP. I want him to like me so bad. You know, he hasn't come to play basketball in my house since the last time Jessica came over. Okay, so you know how nervous I am around someone I like. Okay, so if he knows I live here in this building, then maybe he doesn't come over because he doesn't want me to be nervous. Okay, get this straight, Diary. I don't love JP. I just like him a lot. Karen, my best friend from Bank Street Camp, says she seriously loves Ethan, but I don't think she does. I mean, we're only 10 years old. Just because we have very sexy dreams about our crushes and stare at them mindlessly doesn't mean we love them. It's just that we're really crushing bad. Okay, I'm running out of time, so I'm going to cut to the poetry section. I also wrote a poem about Patrick. Do you guys want to hear that one? Okay. May 23rd, 2002. Hey, Diary, here's a poem. Oh, Patrick, your kiss to receive. But Mark, I should never deceive. But love goes towards Sir Patrick. Mark, please don't become sick. A string connects him and me. But Mark, can't you see that only one can love me? Patrick and I forever, and not never. 2 boys in my life causes me strife. But one shan't split my heart with a knife. Patrick can be in a heart and a tongue coming out of the mouth. And then this JP poem. Oh, JP, only you and me. Your gentle lips push on mine. Your words are so very kind. Your hair as smooth as silk. Your smile. See it once in a while. Your face turns me away. To hide my grin. Oh. And then underneath that, I swear to God, it says, please read with drama. And so I look back, I have journals and journals and journals, and I wonder though, I'm like, what was I really doing as an adolescent? You know what I mean? It's like, what was I spending my time doing? Was I just writing about men? I don't understand. I'm like, did I have any interests? Did I read? Did I watch TV? What was I doing? Because a lot of times today, I'll be at parties, right? And I'll be talking to people at parties who also grew up in the 90s, and they'll mention something like, you know, a pop cultural reference, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're saying, and this happens a lot. And I thought about it, and then I wrote a song about it. I'm at a party, someone says to me, hey, have you seen such and such Godfather Part 5 Ninja Turtles? It's mostly guys who are asking these questions. I'm like, no, I have not. They're like, do you live for Joe Rock? I'm like, no, motherfucker, I don't. They're like, I don't understand how you don't know all the same pop culture as me. How can you call yourself a kid from the 90s? And then I think to myself, well, like, what was I into and why was I obsessed with growing up? Was I into and why did I love? There had to be something that I was interested in. Right. I really loved me. Oh yeah, me. I was really into me, and also myself. I was so into me.